On November 12th, 1966, in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a group of grave diggers were working in the cemetery where a few of them swear they saw something strange out in the distance. Then all suddenly they look up and they see something moving in high speed to tree to tree to tree. The grave diggers would describe this creature as a brown humanoid being. For those who don't know, this will be one of the first sightings of Mothman. Now, if you don't know, then you may be asking, who is and what is Mothman? Well, allow me to answer that for you. Mothman is a very well known cryptid from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It says that Mothman has a humanoid body shape with large wings like a bat and glowing red eyes. Most people would describe Mothman as a large bird, basically. Mothman can apparently move at high, rapid speeds, and within the blink of an eye, you couldn't miss it. Now, it's saying many of the sightings were from November 1966 through December 1967. So, who is Mothman, and is he really real? Well, let's find out and take a closer look at it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, many of these sightings were seen through November 1966 through December 1967. There was another sighting that was actually reported to the police where two couples were driving on the lonely streets of Point Pleasant when they happened to look out the window and see a large black creature with glowing red eyes standing on the side of a road next to a World War II munition plant. One of the passengers described the creature as a slender, muscular man standing about 7 feet tall with white wings. The passenger couldn't really stare too long at the creature's eyes due to a hypnotic effect, which is like a trance-like state. And out of fear, the two couples sped away. But while speeding away, the creature actually flew behind their car while pursuing them, making a loud screeching noise. The creature followed them as far as past Point Pleasant city limits. Within the next couple of days, more people reported sightings of Mothman, like two volunteer firefighters who saw a large bird with red glowing eyes. Now let's talk about if it wasn't Mothman, then what could it be? Now there's quite a few speculations of what Mothman could actually really be. A Mason County sheriff believed most sightings was a large green heron. Another good thing to know that if you aim a flashlight at an animal, its eyes will glow back, staring right back at you. A biologist named Robert L. Smith at West Virginia University claimed that what most people have been seeing has been just a sandhill crane. Large crane could stand just as tall as a man with a 7-foot wingspan with reddish coloring around the eyes. He speculates that the bird may have wandered off to the road, causing confusion to people who wouldn't recognize the bird. Another speculation is it could be an owl that is carrying a frog or even a snake. So you're probably thinking, what does Mothman have to do with UFOs? I know it sounds crazy, but allow me to explain. Most people think that Mothman is connected to UFOs. When spotting a UFO, coincidentally, Mothman might appear. Now, there's some theories suggest that Mothman might be an extraterrestrial being due to the glowing eyes and the large wings. Some people think it's similar to a UFO. A book written by John Keel would explain more about Mothman being linked to UFOs. Local folklores will intertwine Mothman with various of supernatural events. And there's one major event that we're going to talk about that has to do something with Mothman. Now we're going to talk about December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge, which spans on the Ohio River, to Point Pleasant to Gallipolis, Ohio. During rush hour on the bridge, it suddenly collapsed, causing cars to fall in the river. This disaster claimed 46 lives, making it one of the deadliest bridge collapses in U.S. history. Before the collapse, some witnesses claimed to have seen a creature near the bridge on the days leading to the collapse. Some people believe that Mothman was either warning people about the collapse or he had something to do with the collapse. So, what do you think? So, to end things here, there's a lot of questions that need answers. What were people seeing? What were people hearing? If it's not Mothman, then what was it? The Mothman folklore has gained so much attraction that there's now an annual event that's being held at Point Pleasant, West Virginia every single year. My thoughts, my conclusion is I would like to believe that there's something out there, but there's just not enough evidence to make it official. I don't think it's a green heron. If you got a picture of a green heron or a heron in general, they're just not as big as people claim to have seen Mothman. Now, sandhill crane is pretty reliable. I mean, there's a lot of people I can see get confused with the sandhill crane. If I seen one in person, especially on the side of a road, I wouldn't know what that bird was. Now, do I think Mothman is related to UFOs? I probably don't think that as well. I don't know if Mothman is real or not, but the more we dive deeper in this, the more we'll get answers. So, is Mothman real? Is anything real? Is anything paranormal real? There's a lot of questions out of the box, out of the scope that we have to ask. And we have to do research. We have to do our due diligence. And we have to find out. But we're going to leave it here and go on from that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's my first one. Don't, heckle me or whatever about, missing some details. There's a lot of details to cover of Mothman. I just covered some of the basics of it to kind of give people a general idea of what Mothman was, what the myth is. There's, of course, a lot of other facts that I didn't incorporate into this video and stuff. And, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. And we're going to take a deep dive into another myth and another legend. But this is not the end of Mothman. We will most likely in the future do a part 2 of this video of Mothman in general. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe again. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.